It was my senior year. During the winter holidays, I was visiting home in Colorado. I'm at a bar, and I see this really cute guy. And I'm not embarrassed. I'm very, outspoken. If I want something, I go for it. So I tell my friend, I was like, who's that attractive guy? And my friend is like, oh, he's a famous biochemist. And I was like, I want to talk to him. Tell him that I think he's cute and I want to talk to him. So my friend goes to him and he comes over, introducing himself as Balaji Schritter. And we start talking about all the things that he's built. And he's this genius, like biotech genius. And he was MIT alum. He had his PhD and MD. And I was like, we're going to start a company together. This is midnight at a dive bar in Colorado. And lo and behold, now, 5.5 years later, we're still working together. He's my co-founder. And what we built was Nanxi Liu Bioscience.
The reason I chose this work is I believe that everyone has the potential to do something great with their lives. But in the end, just being able to impact somebody's life in a positive way is what I would define as success.
I started multiple companies and joint organizations because I was really shallow and was just attracted to good-looking guys. For example, my co-founder Balaji, where I just saw him across the bar and I was like, he's good-looking, I want to talk to him. And that's happened multiple times. A lot of times I would tell people, don't be shy. If you want something, just go after it. Partner as a business partner or romantic partner? Okay, all right. This is my joke. This is my bar for dating a guy. This is my bar for working with a guy. But they're all very high standards. So one, I think it comes down to having the same values. So being able to all be very hungry, always wanting to work hard and build really cool, interesting, and useful things. Another thing I look for in a co-founder is complementary skills. I don't want their skills to overlap mine. I want them to actually be really different. I like if they disagree with me. I like if they tell me I'm wrong. I like when they tell me and agree with me when I am right. I also like it if they're just extraordinarily talented in something. And that could be anything. That could be that they're a really talented engineer, or they're really talented in design, or they're really talented in sales. So for most of the people that I hired for Implug, I tell them, you are the best person I could find in this position. I hired you because I can't do your job. Most of them are older and more experienced than me. And I said, I need you because you have done sales for 20 years in software. And I want you to turn Implug and make our sales $1 billion. That's what I want. And so I look for people that are very talented. I don't need them to be good at everything. I need them to be good at very specific things that I need them to do. The most difficult part, I think, is time management and being able to understand where best to spend our time. So for Implug, we are now a global company. We have offices in London, Sao Paulo. We're opening up a new office in Tokyo, Japan. And so for me, it's making sure that I maximize time. I want to make sure I maximize my talent. I want to know that I am being able to use my resources effectively. And I think that's really hard because I do have lots of interests. And I want to make sure, I have lots of fun while being really productive with our company. I definitely feel like there are disadvantages, and I definitely think that there are prejudices that I face and that maybe a white male guy wouldn't have. But you know what? Even when I was young, coming here as an immigrant, my mom said, I have to work twice as hard because I'm a minority, I'm female, and that just means that people are going to have judgments that play against me. And so I just need to work that much harder. So I make sure for Implug that our business metrics are better, twice as better than any competitor, and the numbers speak for themselves. I don't find it very difficult to balance. The people who are important in my life, I always make time. Some of the people that's made the biggest impact in me are the guys that I've dated. I'm still friends with them. They are really smart people, and I love learning from them. So I always have time to date. I think it's really important to find love. No matter how busy you are, I feel like at the end of the day, when you're 100 years old and you're looking back, what do you really care about? And part of that for me is yes, I want to do incredible things. I want to build amazing technology and software that lots of companies are using, but I also want to be personally fulfilled. I always tell folks, if you're in college right now, that's the best time to start a company. When I was in college, I started all these different apps, and I only kind of told you some of the apps that worked out. I started lots of things that failed, tons of things that failed. But when you're in college, you have access to all these email lists and student organizations that you can just spam. And so my sorority and business fraternity always got so many emails from me hey, here's the beta code to try and download my new app. Please try it. and I would literally go into classrooms and on the chalkboards, I would write about download this app. And so in college, it's a great place to start your own company. And also, I don't think party a little bit, because I definitely partied in college too, but I would drink shots while writing my business plan. And so, do all of those things, but don't just party in college. Take advantage of all the organizations and the people that you get to meet in college, because those are some of the most brilliant people you'll ever meet in your life.